It's too late now. Oh, we live already. Okay. I
We
thought they was
live.
gonna give us the countdown. All right. So listen, welcome to the Encounter Podcast. You are having an encounter with me, Marcus Stewart. You can find me and follow me on all social media platforms at underscore minister Marcus at underscore minister Marcus. You can find me and follow me on all social media platforms. Now, I do, before we get into tonight's podcast, I want to encourage you guys to go find this little shirt company called Shirts by Stu. It's exclusively on Instagram. And so they make all of my stuff. I used to own the company, but now I partially own it. But for the most part, you can go to Instagram and find that. They make all of my personal um my personal material. So guys, please support. Again, if you've been liking all the podcasts that I've been putting out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this conversation, go ahead and hit the like button. Tonight, I got some special guests to be on tonight. I think we're gonna have a real good conversation. First off, normally my bro be my co-host, but you know how things go. So tonight I got the beautiful, the lovely, the stupendous, the amazing,
Not too.
the marvelous. The
Not too much.
I got my spud Ken Williams. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, you already introduced me. My name is Kim. I'm Spud. I'm that one.
Where can we find your music at, babe?
You can find it Heart Check and Breakthrough, both of them by Kim Williams on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, so wherever you got music at, if you like Christian music, you can find her music on those platforms. Wherever Apple Music, you can find them on Deezer, you can find them on Amazon Music, you can Spotify, you can stream them everywhere. All right.
Everywhere.
And so now to our special guest, what we are doing. For those of you that have been watching my show, you know that we do a lot of couples. I've been doing couples lately, and so we got a couple tonight that I think they're gonna give us a lot of good stuff to think about if you were trying to find you somebody. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves and introduce their podcast. Tell us a little bit about themselves. Y'all go ahead.
All right, my name is Marcus Dawson, and that beautiful young lady right there, that's my sister. That's my baby sister. I should change her diapers. Anyway, this is my lovely wife. This is my lovely wife, Chanel Dawson, my number one, my baby, 21 years and counting. Ain't going 100 to go. My baby, Chanel Marcus. And our podcast, we have a podcast called Life in the Deep 2.0, as you can see the banner. And we're starting our new, it's not new, but starting our new journeys in marriage. And this lovely couple was on our podcast. I got part 1 is online, Life in the Deep, and part 2 is going to be coming out tomorrow. So check it out. Hope you like it. All good.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
right.
what's up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, the Dawsons. All right, so for the listening audience, how long have y'all been married?
21 years. 21.
21 years. I think you said
21
that.
lovely years.
21.
Lovely years. She put lovely.
Years.
Yeah, one of the things I always be telling people is like, you can't expect to be married for no extended period of times without some ups and downs, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
So y'all been at them stages where like y'all want to kill each other, y'all want to choke each other, y'all want to.
I think we got that. We did that in the beginning of our marriage. I think when you grow together, all of that stuff is kind of like, yeah, you don't do it. You don't do it after the 10th year. After the 10th year, if you still doing that, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
grow it out.
That's true.
Oh,
And that's why I said the podcast was Journeys in Marriage, because when you've been married for so long, there's always going to be a journey to get out, get in. So yeah, we've been through that. Obviously,
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's pretty amazing. I like what you said. Grow in stuff and grow out of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So just some spice for the channel. What is the one of the crazy arguments that you remember, Chanel, Miss Dawson, Mrs. What is one of the craziest arguments y'all had? And of course, this is pre 10 years, but I need some spice. I need some spice for the channel right now. Give me the craziest one that you can remember. If it was about a girl, whatever.
I think the craziest one that we had was, I think, in 2005, right? Was that the 2005 before the breakup? Because we had
before the breakup.
Yeah, we had a breakup. Yeah,
That's
we
the
had
one
a
I knew
breakup.
about.
You had a
But
break.
it's
Huh?
something before.
Huh?
That y'all mentioned. There's something before the one I heard about. I heard the standing in the rain. I didn't hear this.
Oh, that's part of it. That's part of
Okay.
the standing in the rain one.
All right. So if that's part
Yeah.
of it, give us the all of it. Let's
All
hear
of
it.
it.
All right.
So
So,
yeah, so like
what
in
happened?
the beginning of, so we've been married since 2003. So
Okay.
in 2005, we were still pretty much trying to learn each other, right? We didn't know about the learning each other. You just get married and you go through the journey, but you never learn each other. You're just on the journey, right,
Right.
of marriage. But if we hadn't stopped to get to know each other, we wouldn't be where we are today. So that was a journey, right? So in
Yeah.
2005, my husband, right? I've always had intuition. Women have intuition. I don't care what nobody say.
Crazy intuition. Yeah.
Listen, if a woman not tapping into her intuition, shame on her. So we have this intuition, and my husband, he was dealing with some chick at his job, right? And
Okay.
yeah,
Chicken
so
Wait. When you say
mhm.
dealing with, this is before y'all got married, yes?
No, we were married.
Okay, but when you say
We were
dealing with, what does that mean? Like she was flirting with him, she was coming on to him, and he was kind of just
probably,
easy with it,
probably.
like he was letting it go
all of
on a
that.
little bit.
Yeah, probably. And you know,
Okay,
I was real ignorant back then. I ain't had no listen.
She was peaches.
There was no
This
honey,
was peaches, all peaches.
all peaches. That's my street name, Peaches. That
Peaches.
and I was listen. That she
Mhm.
was all peaches. And
PG.
he decided he wanted to let her in our business, I guess, because you know when a man start spewing into another woman's ear, she is
Ooh,
apt to listen. So it don't
ooh,
matter. Yes, a woman is gonna listen anytime a man feel like he can yap in another woman's ear. That woman gonna listen. It don't matter if the marriage is happy. Come on, it don't matter if the marriage is happy. It don't matter if they. It just don't matter. Any
Right.
woman who know that she can be an ear for a man, she gonna open that ear up and
Oh yeah.
everything else that come with it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
wow.
leave it like that.
Okay,
So,
okay,
but
okay.
yeah. So
Write
anyway,
that
so
down.
she opened up. She opened up, and he fell for it. Yeah. So then we had a little breakup.
A couple of weeks, like a month.
It was like a month.
Like a month.
Yeah, it was like a month. But let me tell you how God worked things out, right? And when we back up, because what's for us is for us. It don't
That's
matter.
right.
Yeah, what's for me is for me. And you know, I think I went into I think that's when I went on my journey to getting to know who God was for myself. Um
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So my husband he walked about it had to be about 3 or 4 miles in the
Woo,
rain in a
that's a
tropical
walk.
It
storm.
might have been longer than that.
In a tropical storm, honey. He loved me. Honey.
That's a woo. That's
Yeah, because that was
the
Katrina.
He loved
And
me.
the piggy bank
that
on
was
top
Katrina.
of that,
Yeah.
because the piggy bank on top of what she was saying, I mean, what she said is all true. It's all facts. I'm not denying it. It was true. And the crazy thing was, like, I didn't have a car because she had the car. That's when we was in one car. It was a one car situation. That's how long ago it was, because we've been having two cars for like 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
But
right.
at that point, it was like I didn't have a ride because she used to come pick me up. So I didn't
Yeah.
have a ride. So I was like, man. And she wasn't answering my phone because obviously we was beefed out. She wasn't answering my
Right.
phone.
Right.
Phone call. Even the chick that I was dealing with, it wasn't really serious. And then
Right.
like as a side note, like I was around her, but I was like, well, this ain't my wife. This is not,
Yeah.
you know, she was, you know, it wasn't anything
Convenient.
special. Some women think that they're doing something different than what your wife is doing, and it's pretty
Right.
much the same thing. So
Right. That's absolutely right.
right. So I had that epiphany. I didn't want to call Ryan because, as Kim know, from where I was working at into where he lived in Algiers, and it was like a good little drive, and he had his old lady and all that stuff. So I was like, man, I said, I ain't got no ride. I said, my wife is at home. Let me just walk home. Let me just walk.
Wow.
I said, and then I had that. Like I said, my wife said it was a tropical storm. That was like
Cindy.
yeah, exactly.
It'll give you the
Yeah.
right date too.
Yeah.
Tropical storm
Tropical
Cindy in New
storm
Orleans.
Cindy. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Because look at this, like a couple of weeks later, it was Katrina.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
It
Okay.
was.
I
A
thought
week
that was
later, it was Katrina.
That's what she said. She said it was a Katrina, but okay, that was a
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
right before Katrina. It was right before Katrina. So
Yeah.
when I was walking home, that's when my epiphany came. And that's when God was speaking to me. He said, go home to your wife.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. And he was like, and I was looking at God like, but it's raining. And he was
It's
like,
raining?
yeah, I said, he
Yeah,
said,
you
go
better
walk.
walk.
Gotta walk. So, but yeah, so I walked, and that's why I walked, I knocked on the door, I seen the car there, knocked on the door. Felt like old boy from Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
And boy, Jerry Curl was
Yeah,
dripping.
Jerry Curl was dripping. I had a fade, but I had braids.
You
I
had
had
braids.
braids. I had braids. So,
Yeah, that was the brave
I
face.
had braids. So I was
The
like,
braid
yeah. So
thing.
she took me in. I thank God she took me in, and we ain't looked back since. And what makes it even deeper, like in the deep, what makes it deeper was the Katrina happened. So we had to be around each other every day. We traveled, and we was around each other every day. So we had to fix the
Yeah.
issues that we had, and we
I'm
would see
gonna
God
run.
was like,
I'm about to run in a minute.
look, we had to
Shout.
because look, we couldn't we didn't have work as a distraction, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have other
Everything
family
shut down.
members at the distraction.
All we had was each other.
Katrina, all we had was each other. We had my mother-in-law and my uncle and her uncle.
Yeah.
But then they went did their own thing. And it was just me and her. So it was like,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Wow.
it is what it is. So yeah,
Wow.
that's the spiciest thing that we had to do.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
I did some stuff too. Let me tell you something. This girl right here was
Some
wild.
stuff. What you mean?
Baby,
What you mean?
listen.
Tupac ain't got
When I
nothing on
found
her.
out he was trying. Oh, he's trying to wait. I know this ain't trying to mess around on me, baby. Oh, when I found out, I was like, "Who you talking to?" Oh, this is just one of my friends.
How did you find out? How did you find out?
Because he ain't sneaky enough. Like he ain't sneaky enough. He don't have it like that. He don't have it like that. I'm telling you, I've been in the game too long. I had been in the game too long.
Bro,
So I let him
caught
make
up.
it. He saved her number under a dude name in his phone. But then when he was talking to the chick on the stairs, I heard a chick voice, and I was like, when you were sitting outside, you were talking to her like outside on the porch or something. Yeah. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm telling you. I was like, and we got into it. We actually got into like a little scuffle because I mean this
I
girl.
gotta put my hands on.
Yeah, right.
But I sure kicked him though. I kicked him. That was the one time I kicked my husband.
No, I think
that was
uppercutting me.
No, I kicked you in the nuts.
Yeah, I thought you uppercut. Okay.
No, it was a square kick straight to the. I remember it. Yeah.
Thank the Lord, all my nieces and nephews still.
And it was because you called me out of my name.
Because you took all my money.
Oh, that was quite the experience right
I
there.
did. I emptied his bank account. I sure did.
I got paid. Was looking for,
That wasn't his money. That wasn't his money. That was our money. We were married. There's no his.
My grandma would tell my granddaddy, she would say, "What's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours and mine."
That's right. That's the way that works.
Yeah, like she said, "What's mine is mine, and what's yours is yours and mine." Yeah.
He wasn't gonna leave me in the dark. I was like, "Well, we got a light bill due. We got
wow.
So she gonna get something. She gonna get what's left over, which is
probably
almost nothing.
I was just trying to buy lunch. I was just trying to buy lunch for myself.
See, if he'd have stayed home with his wife, she would have made him lunch.
I'm sure.
Wow. Well, that was That was a long time ago. I can see
we grow. I tell you what, we have grown. We've grown a lot.
But see, it's good that we can talk about it and laugh because before you talk about it, she's looking at me sideways. I'm looking,
get back mad again.
It's all good now.
As the baby now, I'm still be shocked for a couple of days. Like that really.
We kept y'all in the dark on that one. Yeah, we didn't want y'all.
And then she wasn't even pretty. She wasn't pretty.
Come on, dog.
Always an ugly heifer.
Come on, dog. You cheat up. If you're gonna cheat, you cheat up.
Oh, look at her. It's hard to cheat up.
And I done stepped my game up now. So guess what? I'm gonna be pretty.
You might say, you know what? Say that's how you learn the lesson, huh? Like it ain't no place like home. That's what Dorothy say. No place like home.
That's all facts. All facts. No place like home. I ain't looked back ever since.
I remember what you had on. Green scrubs.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't know how y'all women be remembering the specific details. And your hair was faded, and you had the side thing.
Had a little slick on the side.
Yeah,
I remember it all.
So look, okay, so y'all been married 21 years. But if y'all can remember, take us back to like the early days. In your opinion, when is a person ready to like really date seriously? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when is a person ready to date seriously?
I'll let you take that.
In your opinion.
You can say, go ahead.
Well,
from a man's perspective,
from a man,
go ahead.
I know
Oh, yeah,
for me, it was really easy because, like I said, I was married, as my sister knows, I was married before, and it was totally different, right? So when I met this lovely young lady, when you don't have to, when it's easy, when everything is easy, the conversation is easy, you get along is easy. She gets along with your siblings and gets along with your parents. When everything is easy and smooth and it's not rocky, that's when you know that's the one. Because it like we probably said in our podcast, we only dated for 9 months and we got married. We met in March and we got married in December. So you know, I seen and how I see how much she's a hustler, man. She when we didn't have nothing, like Kim will tell you in a good way. When Kim will tell you when we didn't have nothing and we struggled, she made a way to get it. If you get my drift, she made nothing illegal. She made a way.
Right.
Do hair, do something, babysit, or whatever. She was a hustler. The first one wasn't like that. This one here was all good. So that's when I knew, you know, she was the one for me. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. What about you, Mrs. Dawson?
For me, right? I say this. I say, you know, you ready when the two kind of almost become one, meaning that it's smooth. You can finish his sentences, she can finish your sentences, and you just kind of have that chemistry that goes, you know, hand in hand. Like, you know, and nothing is perfect. We all, you know, we'll have disagreements, especially when we're learning each other, right? When you're in the beginning stages and you're actually learning the boundaries of, you know, what somebody can tolerate, because relationship, you know, especially when you've already been in a relationship and you have, you know, I would say you have bonus children, right? Because when you have bonus children, and depending on their age, you have to really incorporate them into the relationship. There's no deciding, you know, like if he had kids when we had met, I would have to, you know, accept his children, but he didn't have any kids. He didn't have no kids. I made sure that he could have had some, but I was like, yeah, no, them not your. Did they come from your loins? Them ain't your babies. No.
Come on, you gotta let her. Remind her
they come from your lawn. No, them ain't yours. I'm gonna give you some though. Indeed. So yeah, so that's kind of how it is when you can actually kind of like playing the game of chess, right? Every piece has a place. But some pieces can move in ways that others can't, right?
Oh, that's really good.
So that's kind of how the relationship is. Certain things, you know, you have to put it where it belongs in the relationship. You know, if you have older children, you don't let them talk to your significant or you don't let them talk to any kind of way or him any kind of way. You put them in a place early. That way, when you're getting, you know, further and further along in the relationship and it's leading down the road to marriage, you have that in check already.
Right.
You know,
right.
So you ain't got to be, you know, 10 years down the line talking about don't talk to my wife like that.
Yeah, that's too late.
Your mama by now.
Right. That's too late.
You know what I mean? Like that should be your mama by now. It's been 10 years.
Right.
You know, so it's just some things that it's kind of like a standard. You know, you start setting your standards and your boundaries early. That's what I would say, and that's the one thing we didn't do is set boundaries, you know, early. So we went through the motions, so everybody else won't have to.
But you know, the thing is, the most important thing that she did ask me when we first got together, she said, "What's a deal breaker, right? What's that deal breaker that you'll fall out with me and we'll be done?" And I said, "As long as you get along with my mama, it's all good."
Oh, Denise.
Because I told her, because she told me, matter of fact, it's funny because on our way to pick her up in 03, she asked me that. And I said, look, just get along with my mom. Because that's, you know, ask my sister, that's all we had, right? You know, mama was the main, you know, she was there. So like, you know, so then that's my mama, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the one who raised me. So we, you know, so Like, man, as long as you get along with my mom, we good, we straight. And they got along and they get along now. You know what I'm saying? They had a lunch, like I said, you know, and then her mom and my mom, they got along. They went and had lunch, and they still to this day. And I guess I never know because her mom is gone. God rest her. But they'll never say that conversation. But they were real tight. They were super tight.
Go to the casino together.
They would get to the casino. They drive from New Orleans to Texas to bring my mom or bring her here. So they were super tight. So that was my main thing. Is like my wife said, the boundaries. But you got to definitely see, like, look, what's the deal breakers? Like, what can you? And that was the only thing, because let me tell you this. Kimberly probably don't remember this, but when she first met Chanel, my car, I was picking them up. I was picking y'all up, Kim, you and Jay. I was picking y'all up from one of your daddy's people. I don't know. And my car had spilled antifreeze or something. Something happened where it didn't start. And he came
running hot.
Yeah, it was running hot, and he came and helped me. So when we left, Kimberly rode with her, and they first met. They never met.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's how I know that's the familiar spirit. That's how friendly she was with my sisters.
But that my baby.
She was like 9.
They didn't know each other, but they like they had conversated like they had been knowing each other. Like they got immediately.
That's right. That's my baby.
That's what I'm saying. Because see, before Kim, that's my baby. Like, so I got showed you that picture. I text you that. That's my baby, bro. That's my baby. So everywhere I went, she went with me. But at that point, because Chanel met me over there at her dad's people's house, and Kimberly rode with her, and JJ rode with me back to Ryan's apartment. You know, my brother's apartment. So it was like it was always that kingship that they had. And I used to get them. I'm sure she told you. I used to get them all the time. You know, and spend time with them when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they loved her. So that's what I knew. I said, well, I got something here.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what? That I think you know what, when it comes to like choosing the person, you gotta like be, as a man, you gotta know what you need in your life or what you want to have in your life, the kind of woman that you want, and then go after that. Like I think most guys, they just take what they can get and try to make the best of it, as opposed to choosing and selecting like he that findeth the wife. Like you got to go searching and you got to know what you're searching for. But most guys, they just take what they can get,
they
and
settle.
then, you know, right? They wonder why they don't. Babe, what do you think? Go.
Yeah, but I was gonna piggyback that once you have it, you have to know what you have when you get it.
Oh, girl.
So
come on now. Come on now. Come on, Pooh.
Hey, girl. You been listening to somebody that's wise. Where you get all that wisdom from?
But yeah, I was just gonna say, because you know, I was in 21 years. Good Lord, that's you know what he had. Walk in the rain.
I like that, man.
I like that. That's like, dang, who gonna walk in?
Baby,
I don't want to put you out there.
Would you walk in the rain? Would you walk in the rain?
Would you walk in?
Look, first off, let me say this. I ain't that when it comes to the other women, I know it's pee in the pool. I know it's shite.
Pee in the pool.
It ain't nothing but shite in the dating pool. I know that. So I ain't gonna jump that goddamn I found my person. But in a situation like that, heck yeah, you better, man. Look, we finna put some rain boots on. We going, son. We gotta make it.
Bro, the crazy thing is, I didn't even know it was gonna rain. That's the even worse part. Yeah, it was like, you know, New Orleans, it's hot and humid. I didn't even know it was gonna rain, and it rained. I put like this. I honestly speaking, my wife can speak on it. I think it rained the whole time. I think as soon as I got to the house, it stopped.
Yeah, see that was come on, that was all God right there. All God, you gotta feel
that. As soon as I got there, it stopped raining. It was no rain. And then the good thing is, when I got there, she didn't have an attitude with me. We talked it out. We were good. Yeah, we were good. We like, you know, she looked at me like, niggas, you staying or what you doing? And I was like, I'm here for good. It's all. I got all that. I got that out. Then it was done, and we were good.
It's like that episode of Martin when Shanae was telling you, just come on home. Come on home.
But so I know, like, because I know you said like Pooh was not your. I call both of them Pooh, everybody. But because it feel weird saying Marcus and Nell. But now I know, like, your type wasn't Marcus's type. So like, was that like really important for you to keep? And like, just in general, how important is attraction, like when it comes to relationships and marriage and stuff like that? So because you made
that's a good question, girl. I like that question. That's a nice question. I'm gonna answer it in 2 parts.
Okay.
Amen. Come on, Tupac.
Because I'm gonna answer it in two parts. I'm gonna answer it in the
Double.
worldly. I'm gonna answer it in a worldly way, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
answer it in a spiritual way, so people can understand that
Yes,
there
give us
is
both.
a
Give us
difference,
both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
right? So Peaches, the one that I was prior to meeting my husband, all right. Peaches was honey, Peaches was something else. Peaches was attracted to, kind of Morris Chestnut, Tyrese,
Forget
the
Morris.
tall dog,
Who's
you
that?
know.
Forget Tyrese. Forget all them
Dog.
niggas.
I'm just saying the baby boy type, like, that
Forget all
was.
them.
But the secret about them, right? The secret about them is they don't say the right things. They do
Mhm.
the right things, but they don't say the right things because it's a difference. My husband, he let me see, he attracted my inner core and not my
Oh,
Amen.
that's
outer.
deep. That's deep.
So yeah,
That's
so it's
deep.
a big difference, when somebody can attract your inner and not
Yeah.
your outer. Because I mean, I was fine when I met my husband. I was fine. I mean, I thought I was fine. No,
So
I
so
was.
hold on. So you saying he was ugly, but you just worked with him because he had a good heart?
Oh, my husband, no, he was handsome. He was
Hey,
like,
look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta play devil's advocate. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
no, he was handsome. You know what's so funny about my husband? When I met him, he reminded me of one of my favorite singers. So that's what really attracted me to him.
Amen.
He
Okay.
was skinny.
Was it?
He was so he, Trey Songz. It don't matter. When I first met you, that's who you look like. Okay, so I was attracted after
With the braids.
that. All
No,
right.
you know what?
Yes.
You know what? This is what he looked. You know what? Look, and I don't judge guys, right? But I think all all bright skinned dudes are pretty boys. They have
Yes.
a certain they know how to rub their head, like
My
they know
sister
how to
called
do
him. My sister
everything.
called him MC Baby Hair from that Jamie Foxx when he had that baby hair when the
The
dude was.
singer that was lip singing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So he was MC
All
Baby Hair. So, but yeah, he wasn't. I was definitely not attracted to his visual looks because I didn't like light skinned dudes. I never
yeah.
did. But my husband was a little. He knew the right words to say.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's important is when a man knows how to talk to a woman.
Oh yeah.
Even when she still has the little girl alive in her, right? That means
Wow, that's
immature
heavy.
side. Yeah, he still knew how to talk to me. And I think coming out of a verbally abusive relationship, I don't even. Yeah, I think I wanted to send his ex-wife a thank you card that she
Yeah.
was just so she mishandled something that was so precious, right?
Yeah.
I remember you
Um,
telling me that.
yeah, I want to send her a thank you card because she mishandled something that was so precious. My husband is so precious, and I mean that in a spiritual way because it's not often that you find a man who knows how to talk to his wife or treats her like she's really the apple of his eye, which we're supposed to treat. They say you're supposed to treat your wife like you treat yourself. So
That's true.
my husband, he cares for himself, but he cares for me even more. So
Yeah.
that's something that's rare today that you find a man who treats his
Really.
wife like she's supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, really.
know,
That's like
so
with him, like I was telling my
after
coworker,
21 years,
I was telling
that's
my
it.
coworker like he's very soft with me when he needs to be soft with me. Cause sometimes
Hmm.
and I don't have to go like sometimes if I go all the way left, he doesn't always match the energy. He
Oh
knows
yeah.
Yeah,
to be soft with me because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
understands. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is
yeah,
rare.
that's an important
yeah.
trait that you have to have. And the main reason why it's crazy because it's kind of flipped because the main reason why I was like that because of like she was in a verbally abusive situation, but I
Right.
was
Before y'all got
our situation. My ex wasn't it got physical real bad at one point, but it wasn't like always like a thing. But it was like, well, I have to learn the next one. I'll do better. So
Yeah,
right,
it
right,
yeah.
don't
right.
get physical, right? So it don't have to get to that point. I don't think you Kim, you was there, but when I got it, but like it, I just knew and I always look at it like, what would my mom would say,
Right.
or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I have to respect the woman because of what my mom went through. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's always my thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I remember
That's
that
what's up.
one time, though. I tell you that one time she tried it, and I sure went there that next week.
Oh yeah.
Because
I
I
told
told you Peaches wasn't nothing nice, but Peaches didn't care who she went up against. That girl was a
I told
fighter.
him that story. Is that the bowling alley? That was
The
at the
bowling
bowling
alley,
alley.
yes,
I
honey.
told
That
him
girl
that.
didn't care. This girl right here didn't care. She
Sure
go
is.
against anybody. And they used to tell me, oh, that girl can fight. That girl. And I go, I don't care if that
Oh,
girl
they were
can
talking
fight.
about you. They were talking about you. You
No,
can
they
fight
were talking about his ex-wife.
the other girl. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I was
That
crazy like
is
that.
so bad.
Went right up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need to be talking. You need to be talking to your husband. Don't come talk to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you put your hands on them, we gonna take care of that right
Yeah,
here,
right, right, right.
right
Yeah.
here and now.
That's a story for a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
That situation.
Amen.
Oh no. Well, we want to hear it. Yeah,
You
we
say
want to
we
hear
want to hear.
it.
Okay. Because we had 30 minutes. I'm
Get the short version.
gonna get the short version.
Yeah,
Me and this
give us the
lovely,
studio
we
version.
met, huh?
The short, the studio version. Yeah, come on. Let's hear it.
The studio version. Me and her was supposed to go out. We were supposed to meet. We met that week, our first time meeting, and we had talked every day. And she was supposed to meet me at the bowling. I was in a bowling league. My sister could tell you, I was in a bowling league.
Okay.
I was in that bowling league because my ex-wife was in the league, and it was just something to do every Saturday. So she was supposed to meet me there, but she stood me up. I'm gonna say that to the 21 years later. I'm gonna still say she stood me up.
No.
So yeah, so my best friend, my
Good,
dog, so my best friend came with me, and she was like I said, she had an attitude with me. I'm like, okay, we separating. So what's the problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the issue? So she said something. So I said something back to her, and she swung on me. So we started fighting at the bowling alley. Yeah,
wait. The other person?
The ex-wife. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. She said something to me. I said something back. Yeah, I guess that was my anger. That wasn't me. I was out of character, but that wasn't me. Because usually I just let. But if it wasn't, I'm glad my boy. Because like I said, she knew like her brothers was in the league, her nieces. She had a whole.
Oh, so she had all her family there. So she just started showing out.
Pretty much. That's a good word for it. So I wasn't gonna let that slide, and I'm glad I didn't have my little brother and sister at that time.
Yeah, because they the fault. Yeah.
They would have said it would have been traumatized.
Kim would have been fighting for
Kim
sure.
would have been fighting. She was so little then though, so I don't know how much she did, but she would have swung on somebody.
Little chihuahua.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
so my best friend, like kind of he said, hey, look, y'all go. He held me back. He said, hey, y'all go on, y'all just go. You know, so I called her and wondered where she was at, and I told her what happened, and she got mad. You know, she said, well, I'm gonna be there next week. I said, all right.
You're right.
It was.
And it was.
It was.
So that next week, it was I think we had like a month left. So that next week she came, and look, my first wife didn't like PDA. Public display of affection. She didn't like that. Right. So this one here, she did.
Yeah, right. So you gonna public display out there?
Or
you gonna PDA?
Dude, look, I was bowling. I was an eye bowler, but man, I was bowling like gutter balls.
Yeah.
I would run her back to her and kiss her. Like, you know, I would do all kind of crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So right around the time it was over, that's when they confronted each other. That's when she came to her. Yeah, she came to her, and I was like,
right. Say you swung on me last time. I ain't gonna. She gonna handle whatever happened today. Yeah.
No, she was cordial. She came over and she said, so you here with Marcus? And I go, yeah, I'm here with Marcus. And then she said, so you know he got a wife? And I said, yeah, I know he got a wife. And I said, and if you got an issue, you need to take that up with your husband. Yeah, I ain't the one.
So wait, so like before like y'all was separated and like on y'all way to being divorced.
Yeah.
But the paperwork wasn't finished.
Wasn't finished.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to use the fact that because the paperwork ain't done, this my husband type, but we know we ain't been together.
Yeah, we had moved on. Yeah. I was staying with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I had moved out. I went, like, matter of fact, that same night we had gotten to that fight. I went back to my best friend. I thank Lord for him to call my best friend Corey. He brought me over there. I got all my stuff. Darkness. I grabbed all my. They like Pam and Martin. Them two like Pam and Martin. But I got all my stuff, and I asked my bro, let me crash here. You know, he said, yeah, of course. You know, so that's back in the day we ain't had no kids. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no, you know, all that stuff. So that was, I ain't gonna say that's a good old days because I love my kids, but that was back in those days.
So yeah, we did have some good days.
Yeah.
For them kids, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
the kids messed you up. The kids messed you up.
Kids be cock blocking her.
But I love them.
I was gone. I can say when they was little, they did.
Okay.
But now
that won't be bothered with us.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So look, so we still got some time, but I wanted to ask this question. Okay, so in y'all's opinion, so look, before I go to y'all, I'm gonna ask Spug, and then I'm gonna let it go round, and y'all answer in whatever order. But the question is for everybody. What does unequally yoked mean? Like, in your opinion, what does an unequally yoked mean? And then here's the second half to that question.
I remember this.
Okay, well, answer that question, and then I got another question. What does unequally yoked mean in your opinion?
In my opinion, unequally yoked, in the simplest way I can put it, is if you don't believe the same being, or if you don't believe the same way. So, like, of course, like the first thing I say, if you don't believe in the same being, like if I believe in God, Jesus Christ, and the other person does not, they believe in Buddha, that to me, that's unequally yoked.
Okay.
Or if we both are Christian, but the beliefs don't really, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, you get my Bible joke and stuff like that.
Right.
So if it wasn't like that, if it wasn't clicking like that, like if I say Melchizedek or something and you don't know, okay, you're not deep enough.
Right.
You don't believe the same.
So that's unequally yoked.
That's unequally yoked.
So like you like the one person understanding the Bible on a certain level and the other person not understanding the Bible, that's unequally yoked.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like if you believe in Buddha and I believe in Confucius, that's unequally yoked.
Yeah.
So okay, I believe in the Riz, which is Jesus.
What?
I believe in the risen Savior, right? That's true. I believe in the Riz, but you believe in just believe in just Jehovah God without Jesus. That's unequally yoked.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, Mr. or Mrs., whichever one y'all want to go first. Go ahead. What does unequally yoked mean what does it mean to be unequally yoked in your opinion?
To me, to be unequally yoked is just you don't need to be in a relationship with the person that don't know who you are or whose you are, right? That's important. Like, it's like you don't know who I am or whose I am, like, you know, because it's kind of like unequally yoked just is not just for relationships with a male and a female. Unequally yoked could be two females as just friends.
Oh, yeah, right.
Being, like, you can be unequally yoked with your boss at your job.
Yeah.
You can be unequally yoked. You know, you can just be unequally yoked with a lot of things. But you know, I love how the Word of God says that if a couple is unequally yoked, right? That the believing husband can win the unbelieving wife, and the unbelieving wife can win. So vice versa. So it's like, I don't care if he's Confucius, I don't care if he Buddha, I don't care if he Muhammad, I don't care what he is. Honey, listen, if my God come and show up, all right, for our units, you're gonna either be on board with him if he doing things for us, or you gonna jump off. That's one or the other.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like the 12. It's just like the 12 with Jesus, right? He had 12. Judas could have followed the other 11, but he decided, right?
Yeah.
So the other 11, even though, you know, they were equally yoked with Jesus, they knew. So that's kind of how you gotta be when it comes to relationships of any kind. You know, either you for me or you against me.
Right.
Either you with me or you're not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
It's not really much I can add. The Pooh and my lovely wife here kind of said it all. Like, it's just being on. I think being equally yoked is just being on one accord with each other. Like, if we have a discussion on, okay, we need to be up and go to church at this time. You need to be up because you know this is what has to happen. Right? We got to get up. We got to get the kids ready. We got to go. We got to be out of church. We got to be there on time or halfway on time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it has a lot to do with Bible, but it's more otherworldly things too. You just equal,
right.
just being equal and knowing, okay, my wife is tired, she worked all day, I need to cook.
Yeah,
So we
right.
need
Oh,
to eat.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to eat. So if my wife is tired, I know that she's tired. I have to feel that yoke that's empty on her side. Feel that yoke up and okay, let me throw some nuggets in the oven or throw some pizza in the oven or something.
I eat.
You know what I'm saying? Just to because that's the other side. Like, look, like this is something the Pooh know this. This is something that me and my wife do. Like we take our baths on the same day. That's how equally we are. So she knows. Well, we on a podcast. We on the encounter. So like I know I have to run her bath water. I've done that for 21 years.
Yeah.
I'll run her bath water every time. That's being equally because she knows she likes how I like to run her bath water. So
yeah.
That's just equally yoked.
Yeah, I think equally yoked is kind of like what Marcus said, like being on one accord. And it speaks to more than just the spiritual. It speaks to like other levels too. Just being on one accord with your money, being on one accord with the goal, being on one accord with what we trying to accomplish when we say we together. Or and I want to take also what Miss Chanel said too, like it goes beyond friendship. I mean, just relationship. It goes to friendship. It goes to co-worker relationships. It goes to. And then I want to take what you said too, like when it comes to like spiritual, because you can't. It's like I used to think, right? I used to think that it would be okay for a person to be at a certain level and the other person to be at a different level, only because like what you said, one person can win the other, right? But being with Spug, it's like I get it that a person needs to be at least a certain level because it just changes the dynamic of the relationship. So unequally yoked, it speaks to a lot of different things, but ultimately, I want to agree with Marcus when he said one accord, just being on one accord. So being on one accord in finances, being on one accord with how we gonna raise our children, being on one accord with how we gonna run the house, being on one accord with what kind of house we gonna have, what is our goal for this year? Just being on one accord. I like that you use the yoke. So if your yoke is low, I got to help you pick yours, your end up, and then sometimes mine gonna be low, and then you got to help pick mine up. It's like the one accord is basically saying we are joined together going towards the same goal. I love that, man.
Don't run.
But no, that's right. That's right. Equally yoked is just knowing it, when it comes to relationship, you gotta lift your partner up sometime, and your partner gotta lift you up. But we both going in the same direction. You're not going to the left and I'm going to the right. We going the same way, but we have to do different things. And that don't mean we unequally yoked. That just means we going. You have your part, I have my part. So man, that's I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. All right, so look, here's the thing. I know we at this time, but I'm gonna go somewhere now. Okay, so here's the question. Well, let me give you the premise of the question first. So, in my opinion, and from a lot of research that I've done, the main reasons why people divorce, it falls under the communication, money, or sex. So with that said, y'all been married for 21 years. In y'all's opinion, first of all, is that correct or incorrect?
That's very correct.
That is correct. All right. So with that said, how do you keep after 21 years? How do you keep, in your opinion, how would one keep the sex right and the money right and the communication right? I mean, that's pretty deep. Let's just start with the communication. How does one keep the relationship good by how does communication stay alive? You get what I'm trying to say, baby? Did I ask it right?
Yeah, well, I put it like this. It's a want to. You gotta want not for real. You got you gotta want that. You know what I'm saying? You got to, the most important person besides God and Jesus, the most important person that needs to know what you got going on is your significant other.
It was right.
Because and you gotta want to know you gotta want to know her opinion on what you're communicating to her.
That's right. I
You
agree
have
with
to
that.
want it, because if you don't want it, you're gonna ignore it. I have to listen. I feel like this.
Oh, I agree with that. That's true.
Look.
Don't
I'm not piling on, right? But the first time I
Yeah,
talked to her on the phone 21 years ago, I loved her voice. So
Oh.
here, nah, for real. Even to this day, she talked the same way. She ain't never changed her voice. But I love to
Yeah.
hear her voice. So me
Oh,
communicating with her,
that's sweet.
yeah, no, but it's real though, hand of God. So
Yeah.
that's my thing. That's my thing. You gotta want to communicate and want to make sure, because if you have no communication, then it's you in a house of cards.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You're in a
true.
house of cards is gonna fall because
Unbroken.
well, you know, because you can communication could be different levels of things too. It could be bills, it could be like you said, sex, it could be anything. You gotta have that line of communication, because if it's missing, it's gonna be a problem.
A whole
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
That's
that
heavy.
holds everything else.
Look, he
Yeah,
says
yeah.
you, man, look, that's deep. You gotta want to, as a man,
Yeah.
you gotta want to. That's
Yeah.
that's what's up.
You got
That's what's
to.
up.
You got to.
I like that. Yeah, that's
You
good.
about to run.
You got to. I said, you got to.
What I ought to work at.
I was at a fan.
Yeah, you know,
Anna,
the ushers, you
and
know,
her.
they
You're gonna have to get the sheet
Yeah, right. You make sure you got a sheet over there.
in case you fall out.
Cover up.
Never up.
Good.
Ms. Dawson, you got anything you want to add to that?
I mean, that's my husband. He said what he said.
Ah, I'm gonna put that on the
He
shirt.
said what he said. He said what he said. I mean,
Hey, babe, what you think?
how could you come back from something like that coming from a man's perspective?
right,
In
right.
2025, you got a man speaking like this. That's
Yeah,
why I go when they say, oh, you know, marriage is, you know, this and marriage is that. It's like that marriage is work. Okay.
Yeah.
Marriage is a pot of good gumbo, honey. Everybody can't make it.
That my poo.
That part.
I'm
Hey,
just
that's
saying.
man. Look, that's what's up.
Everybody can make it.
I had a couple on a while ago. Well, the last episode that's uploaded on our page. If y'all haven't seen that, go check it out. But yeah, they say the same thing. Like marriage is work. Like you basically you get out of it what you put into it. And most people they just trying to get the fire without putting the wood in. And it's like you ain't never gonna get that. You gotta go get that wood, chop it up, bring it back, and you know what I'm saying. Let it catch. So it can, yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's what the working.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. I got a lot of dating questions, but I don't want to. I don't want to ask none of the dating questions, but I will ask this. Well, babe, how about you ask this? What is this question? Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Is the dating question out of pocket? I mean, it's good. It's cool.
No. It's just we so far beyond that. It's a religious question. So
Yeah, I'm sticking.
what you think, babe?
Oh. Well, because we talked about the unequally yoked part, but would you consider being married? Should people consider being married if the religions are different? Like, should they still marry? Because I know we went over like the dating, but should they marry? Because I think the basis of it is if they're both, if they click, then
yeah. So look. So what if two people can click? What if they have a connection?
Yeah.
But you believe in Judaism and she believes in Christianity, or what if y'all have a genuine connection and she's a Jehovah's Witness and you were like Church of God in Christ? Should two people consider being married if their religious beliefs are different but they click? Like, you get what I'm saying?
The chemistry is good. So the chemistry is good. So you saying like if their chemistry is good, but just the who they believe
are different.
Oh.
I would say for me, I would say it depends, right? I would say it depends on the maturity of the people involved. And at what point did they meet? Because, you know, like when me and my husband, you know, first got together, I had issues having children. right? So I'll say this. If my husband was a Jehovah Witness and he wanted to have children, the way we had them, we would not be together today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So there are some things that we wash God totally out of, or we minimize who God is, in a certain faith. I call it faith because
Yeah.
God is love, right? If God is love, it don't matter what faith or belief you have. If my husband was Buddhist or whatever he wanted to be, and we lived in the same house, right?
Right.
If what we desired was fulfilled by who I'm serving, right? But his ain't making no fire.
Come on.
What I'm saying is, you gonna have to open your eyes up and be
Right.
won over by the
Right.
one that has the most power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of people today in the world won't come over to Christ, because you got to give up a lot of yourself
Yeah.
in
Right.
order to be in with him.
That's right. That's
And you
right.
don't have to be holier than thou, but you
Right.
got to have some form of holiness in you.
That's
Come
right.
on,
I
there's some
like the
things
way
you
you put
used to
that.
do that
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
absolutely
do
right.
no more. So yeah, you can win. You can win. I believe that it can work.
Yeah.
Because depending on how powerful your God is and how you're serving Him in front of the other person, right? You can win them over, or they can look at you and say, "You just playing with this thing."
Right.
So
Right.
I won my husband over. Listen, I won my husband over. I promise you, and I'm not telling no word a lie. My husband have been going to church with me. I'm talking about since we met, since
Yeah.
we got together. My husband, and this is very rare that you see couples going to church together. My husband go to church with me every Sunday. If I
Yeah.
go,
Now that.
we
Yeah.
go together. And this was
Now that.
before we had kids too, because we would go before I had Markayla. We would go, and then now we have the twins, so we still. So it's like it's a part of who we are,
Right.
Yeah.
part of who we are. And he wasn't, there when we first met, even though his mama was there, but he wasn't there all the time. So,
Right.
but you have to, when you serious about your covenant, because it's a difference when a covenant, we're not in a contract. The
Yeah.
contract said you can do whatever you want, but when you in a covenant, you have to have the covenant keeper involved in it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Just
Yeah.
saying. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can. You can. It can work, but they're gonna be won over depending
Yep.
on how much power the other have.
That's like the end result.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
yeah.
That's right. You got anything you want to add to that?
Nah, she said it. That's
Babe, what about you?
God of amen.
That's it. All right. Well, look. Hey, yo. You know what? That's it. I mean, I just asked a bunch of questions, but yeah, I think the conversation was good, babe. What you think?
I think it was really good. It was well
That's
done.
good. What y'all think? Y'all think it was good?
I enjoyed it. I
lovely,
enjoyed
man.
talking to. I
Love
enjoyed
it.
talking to the Stewarts. It's amazing.
I like how you just throw that in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like how you just throw that in there. Look at that.
You are
Hey,
funny.
hey.
That's the prequel.
When I speak it,
I
when
like
I
it. I
speak
like
it,
it.
things
I like
begin
it.
to happen. I'm gonna tell you now.
You sound
I speak
you
it into
sound like
existence.
you sound like my daddy wife, my mother-in-law. Well, my daddy, he passed away, God rest his soul. But you sound like Miss Veronica. You sound like my mother-in-law, my
That's right.
daddy's wife. Yeah, you
That's
sound
right.
just like her. You remind me of her.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
right.
what's
good
up.
woman.
It's the truth.
Yeah. She is.
That's
She
my
is really
baby.
good. Yeah, you know what? Well, thank you guys for watching. For everybody that's online tonight, if you watched tonight, thank you. If you
Thank
watch
you.
this in the future, I want to say I
Yeah. Thank
appreciate
you.
y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much for
And
watching it.
subscribe. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you enjoyed the
Yes.
video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, you can hit the like button, share it with somebody.
Yes.
I want to thank the Dawsons for
Yes.
being on 21
My
years.
poo.
Man, that deserves a
You see
wait.
it?
That deserves a
Look at that.
that deserves a shout. That deserves a amen to that. You know what? We need
We'll put a
more.
ring on it if you like it.
Yeah, man, we need more black people married. We need more people married. We need
Yeah.
more of that. And so
Yeah.
yeah, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this this podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. Again, this is completely unedited.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be coming on. So for you guys that enjoy my podcast, I will be back on next Friday with a live streaming episode. We probably gonna go earlier or later. Oh, for those of you who are also watchers of the channel, I'm coming on Sunday. I got a special episode for y'all on Sunday live. We're gonna stream it live on Sunday starting at 7. So I want y'all to check it out. We are talking about sexuality and the church. I got a couple of people coming on. I want y'all to check it out. It's gonna be fire. So with that, do y'all have any last words y'all want to sign off on?
You going live through what?
StreamYard. I'm going live through StreamYard.
Okay, so it's gonna be on Facebook and YouTube and all that.
It's gonna be on YouTube. I can post it on Facebook, but most of the time I go live on YouTube. So yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so if y'all see it on YouTube, on Facebook, share it, YouTube, share it, so y'all can, I love it. I love the platform. So I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that very much. So, babe, you got any y'all got any closing remarks, guests?
Life in the Deep. Life in the Deep, Saturdays 2.0. Life in the Deep every Saturday, about 6 or 7. It depends on whenever I upload it. But yeah, y'all check out Life in the Deep, Journeys in Marriage. We trying to do the same thing. We want to see more black couples married and relationships and stuff like that. So we want to see that journey to which y'all took your journey to get over top. So that's our main goal in life.
I want to see healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Come on, healthy.
Let it be healthy, please. If you need look, I always say if you need some help getting healthy, find a couple that's living at least healthy.
Yes. I
Just
agree.
healthy. It don't have to be it don't have to be all, perfect, but healthy is important. So that's what I would say.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Man, thank y'all so much for being on. Thank y'all for y'all time, babe. You have any closing remarks you wanna say?
No. Thank y'all for watching.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she is. She is just so gorgeous. Yeah, thank y'all for watching again. You can find me and follow me on all social media platforms @_Minister Marcus. So please check that out. Also, go follow my church page. It is @tgm.church. That is @tgm.church. If you're looking to build and make your relationship with God better, I upload a Bible study. We are live streaming on Wednesday afternoons for Bible study. And I also upload the Sunday sermon on Sunday night. So y'all can check that out. Go and follow that YouTube channel. It's called @tgm.church once again. So thank y'all again for being on tonight. Thank y'all for y'all's time, babe. Thank my co-host.
Thank you.
Yay. That's a good co-host. I like her. Oh, y'all so cute. Help me,
That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. We are going offline. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all again for being on. Y'all stay on. I gotta finish uploading y'all stuff, so just stay on. I'm gonna click. We on end.
Bye.